Episode 6 The Devil Card. Do you remember the time? She who has done evil expects evil. African proverb. Suddenly, everything was black again. Zeka covered her eyes in fear of the ghoulish entity that grabbed her seconds ago. She felt her entire body begin shivering from fear. What the fuck had just happened? She said in a frightened voice. Damn, am I dead, or is this a fucking nightmare? Zeka said and stood up slowly. I'm not staying here, fuck this. She said and started running. Where the fuck am I? Zeka said and stopped running. Once again, she noticed that she was running, but going nowhere. When she looked around, she was right where she was when she uncovered her eyes. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Help! Zeka shouted, but only her voice echoed in the darkness. Help me please. My name is Zeka. I've been kidnapped. She screamed twice, but again her voice echoed in the darkness. Then she looked around and nothing but darkness. Help! She screamed again. Suddenly, she heard a faint voice whimpering in the background. Hello, Zeka said curiously. Nah, I know better than to just follow a fucking sound. Bitch, I'm a black woman. We don't chase random noises, she said and started walking in the opposite direction of the voice. Help me, please. The voice said louder, but Zeka kept walking. Wrapping her arms around her own body, she increased the speed of her steps. Her breathing was rapid and laced in fear. I don't know where the fuck I'm going, but I'm getting the fuck out of here, she said. Help me. The voice screamed louder over and over as Zeka's steps increased now to running. Help me, Zeka. The voice said, but Zeka kept running. Suddenly, Zeka heard splashing beneath her footsteps. What the fuck? I'm in a goddamn sewer, she said as she continued to run until the water was now waist deep. Help me, Zeka. The voice screamed, only this time, the voice seemed much closer. Who the fuck are you? Did you bring me here? Zeka said angrily. Help me, Zeka. The voice said, now lacking the urgency it once had. Who the fuck are you? Show yourself. How the fuck can you ask me for help, and I can't see who you are? Help? Me, Zeka, the voice said in a whisper. Help who? Help what? I can't help a goddamn ghost. Who are you? Where are you? Where the fuck am I? I can't see shit. Hello? Hello? Zeka shouted. She was startled by a dim light that flickered on and off, but it was farther up the flooded hallway. Thank you, ancestors, Zeka said and began wading through the murky water. Finally, she reached dry ground and began speed walking towards the dim light. Help me, Zeka, the voice said louder. I can hear you, Zeka said and walked faster, because the voice seemed to be coming from the room with the dim light. I'm close. I hear you, Zeka said and started running. Zeka, help me. The voice screamed, then let out a blood-curdling scream. Here I come, lady. Fight back, bitch, Zeka said between labored breathing as her lungs burned from her running to save whomever this lady was. When Zeka reached the dimly lit room, she saw a woman sitting in the corner of the room on the floor with her back turned towards the door. She was injured and whimpering and kept whispering, Help me, Zeka. Please. Hello, Zeka said to the woman calmly. Hey, lady, hey, Zeka said and clapped her hands. Zeka? The woman said weakly, but Zeka didn't respond. Hey, turn around, Zeka finally said. I can't turn around, Zeka, I'm too ashamed. Why? Zeka asked and stepped into the room. She jumped when the light flashed off and on, and one of the light bulbs burned out. I don't want you to see what he has done to me. Confused, Zeka responded. You don't want me to see who has done to you? Who is he? Zeka inquired and stepped closer to the woman. Stop. Don't get any closer. The woman screamed. Okay, I'll back up, Zeka said and took 3 steps backward. Who is he, lady? Who is the he that hurt you? Who are you? Zeka asked with concern in her voice. Suddenly the room felt cold and clammy. Hey, lady, Zeka said and noticed she didn't see her breath as she spoke, as well as she noticed the 2 giggling voices from the room. The woman then stood up, but kept her back turned. Lady, are you going to say something? How can I help you if you won't talk to me? Zeka pressed. You don't recognize my voice, Zeka? The woman said and laughed, fear and terror now gone from her tone and replaced with aggression. Zeka immediately noticed the switch up in her tone and became unnecessarily aggressive in her response. She sighed and replied, Look, lady, I'm lost too. I only came this way because I saw a light and heard your voice. I came to help you, and this is how you gone carry me? I don't even know you, and we're standing here debating if I know you. No, I don't know you, lady. Now can you tell me what the fuck is going on? Silence and echoes of Zeka's voice filled the room. Suddenly, the woman spoke again. I can't believe you don't recognize my back, Zeka. This is the same back you said you'd always have. Even though you lied to my face and stabbed me in it so many times before. You really never gave a damn about me. He was right, and I defended you. The woman sobbed. Confused, Zeka screwed her face up and said, Excuse me, but lady, I don't even know where the fuck I am, let alone do I know who you are. Now I apologize if you have me confused for someone else, but Wait, how the fuck do you know my name? The woman interjected. Bitch, I don't have your sorry ass confused for nobody else. It's you, Zeka. Taken aback by her boldness and sudden switch in demeanor, Zeka felt herself grow angry. But before she could respond, the woman continued. Bitch, he stuck me with that goddamn knife over and over and over. Stabbed me 72 times, she said while making stabbing motions towards her own body. Zeka noticed the woman began to bleed through the white t-shirt and oversized sweatpants she had on. But you didn't care about how your lies and bullshit would affect other motherfuckers' lives. Did you? The woman yelled. Zeka noticed the pitch of the woman's voice go from soft and broken to demonic and began to slowly tip backwards out of the room. She made sure to move slowly, so she wouldn't draw attention to herself exiting the room. You told me the spell would work on him, but your black ass didn't tell me the adverse effects. You knew this shit would happen. Didn't you, Zeka? Lady, I don't know who the fuck you are and how you know my name, but I told you I don't know where I am. But you do know who I am, Zeka, the woman said and began to turn her body around. As the woman turned around, Zeka noticed the woman's neck had been sliced so deeply that tendons and loose flesh hung from the deep wound on her neck. Her head bled profusely from wounds that indicated that the woman had been stabbed in the skull as well. Do you remember me now, Zeka? She said in an angry tone. Shocked, Zeka gasped, then said, Oh my God, Vernelle. Vernelle replied, Yes, bitch, Vernelle. Zeka's eyes bugged out of her head as the realization set in that she was dead. She covered her mouth with her hand, and as she backed up, she remembered who Vernelle was, ran out of the room, made 2 rights and a left, then kept running straight. You stepped in shit and tracked it everywhere, Zeka. We will find you. Vernelle screamed menacing.